Very warm welcome. And it is warm. It's certainly a lot warmer than it was a couple of days ago when we had frost and the whole place was frozen over. Anyway, today I brought you all the way down to the Regent's Canal, which runs just to the north of Regent's Park and part of the daily walk. And what we try and do here on the show is take you to different parts of London so you can see the joy of what's going on in the world, escape the misery, the tough headlines and things like that. And it's always a joy to have you all join me. This bit used to be open. They used to have people able to sleep underneath it, but they've all fenced it up now, which is a bit of a shame, really, as long as they address the real problem. And we're talking about heating or eating crisis, and the homeless crisis is still appalling. But anyway, they've boarded that up now. This is what's called the Blow Up Bridge. And let me tell you about the Blow Up Bridge, because on the 3 a.m. on the 2nd of October 1874, the boat Tilbury was carrying gunpowder to a quarry in the Midlands. It exploded, demolishing the bridge and killing 3 people. And locals spread from their beds, fearing an earthquake. And when the bridge was rebuilt, they turned the pillars around so that they offered a smooth surface for boats towing ropes. And you can see the rope grooves on both the sides of the pillars. Anyway, this is the Blow Up Bridge. And if you're joining me, we're right in the heart of Regent's Canal, which runs just to the north of Regent's Park, part of the daily walk. Let me know where you are at the moment. It's always great to hear from you. Don't forget, we have some fantastic people on the Andrew Eborn show. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so, because that is your chance to participate in the discussions. And we have some glorious people. Uncreative Process, lovely fog today. Hello, Uncreative Process. Prince Edward Island in Canada. Oh, we love Canada. I have been there many times. We used to have, with my company Octopus TV, we have an alliance with the Canada UK Chamber of Commerce. And I used to do the streaming for Canada Day in Trafalgar Square. The Canada House is just on Trafalgar Square. And some wonderful times there. The Canadians, some of the best people in the world. And I've driven lots of Canada. I have a cousin in Toronto, and I went to the Banff Festival. We went to the TV and Film Festival there, and all the way over to the beautiful Vancouver. So many, many favourite times in Canada. In fact, one of the first times I went was when they were having the Canadian Olympics, the Winter Olympics, at Whistler. And we went along with a government mission to go and see Whistler. And it was glorious. Loved it. I saw a few bears. You've got to be careful. You get your bear warnings. What's it like in Prince Edward Island? Let me know. Uncreative Process. What a great name. There you go. It's always good. We have people from all over the world joining on the Andrew Eborn Show. If you haven't yet done it, do subscribe. It's completely free. Everybody's four-letter favourite four-letter word. And what I can tell you is that we've got some great interviews there. We've been talking to Elon Musk's father. Errol Musk is a regular on the show. And what we do with Errol is unpack all the stories about Elon Musk. And on a daily basis, there are amazing stories. Amazing Grace, good morning. Bad signal. Yes, I'm sorry if there's a bad signal. I'm walking along. So we are subjective to the signal that they provide to us as we walk along these glorious banks. So, but Amazing Grace, thank you for bearing with us. Hopefully the picture looks okay and you can see that sort of side as well. What I love about these sort of steps in the morning is it gives a good chance. They always say, obviously, we've got a heating or eating crisis. But so there's lots of stuff you can do for free, and getting out in nature is one of the glorious things. And I'm delighted when you can join me on these live chats. No worries, says Amazing Grace. Thank you, Amazing. Whereabouts are you? Let us know where you are. We've got Prince Edward in Canada from Uncreative Process. We have Amazing Grace. Let us know where you are as well. And then we're coming up here to the back of London Zoo. And one of the great things about the zoo is that they have some fantastic tigers. And my mother always loved animals. And so we had a bench in her honour in London Zoo, just by the tiger cage, so she can be with them in spirit, which is always a joy. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Andrew Eborn Show on Octopus TV, please do that, and please encourage other people to do so. As I say, we have some great interviews with people like Errol Musk. We have Charles Spencer, Diana's brother, who's a brilliant writer, so talk to him. But everybody who's a major artist, Krista Berg, Toya, all of them have been on the show. We've got lots more guests lined up. So if you've got any suggestions for guests or questions you would like me to ask some of my regular guests, do get in touch and let me know. The other thing which we've got is for many months, I hosted and presented a series called The Muckrakers. And The Muckrakers was with a company then called TNT, with the brilliant Mike and Jenny down in Australia, so even further. And what they say, you enjoy Merrill Mars. So thank you, Amazing Grace. It is good, isn't it? Some great comments. If you've got any questions you'd like me to ask Errol, as I say, we speak regularly, as you will know, hours and hours and hours, and it's all available on the Andrew Eborn Show on Octopus TV. So if you haven't subscribed, do that now, and you'll have access to all of those fantastic videos. And if you've got any questions for Errol, as I say, what we like to do is unpack the stories that he tells on a regular basis. Elon is very similar to his dad. Yes, so he is. It is. It's an amazing look. Al Pacino is what other people suggest. So Errol looks a bit like Al Pacino. And we talked about on the show being made about the Musk family. And what's interesting is that the suggestion that Al Pacino may even play Errol, which would be brilliant. I was talking about the Muckrakers with Andy, journalist show, and basically we did 100 shows for TNT with Mike and Jenny. We will be relaunching that. Watch this space. The Pulse today is limbering up. We're getting the hamster wheels all in motion, and they're going to be launched very, very soon. So do make sure you subscribe now for further information. But in the meantime, what we're doing is turning around and releasing some of the old interviews that we did, some of the old programs. And if you'd like to have a look at those, all of those are available as well. So do pop along and have a look at that. Anyway, whatever you're doing today, have a fantastic time. Thank you so much for joining me. We've had people from Canada. We've had Amazing Grace, obviously a regular on the show. She's seen the Errol interviews, which is great. Thank you so much. And don't forget, as I say, do subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter. Go to @Andrew Eborn, @Octopus TV. And if there are people that you love at all, do let me know. But for me, for now, here in the heart of London, thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a lovely day, and you, Amazing Grace. Bye-bye.